Oh dear, oh dear, I shall be too late. Oh my dear paws, oh my fur and whiskers, how late it's getting. The Duchess, she will have me executed as sure as ferrets are ferrets.
If you please, sir.
Oh dear, oh dear, I'm here. I should be there.
Is your pizza? Dear, dear, how queer everything is today. And yesterday, things went on just as usual. Wonder if I have changed in the night. Let me see. Was I as bad as I got up this morning? I am a little bit right and remember feeling a little different. But if I'm not mistaken, the next question is, who in the world am I? I wonder if I can speak to the rabbit. I suppose rabbits can talk. Things are so queer down here. It's the rabbit! Who's coming away out of here? You ought to be ashamed of yourself. A great big girl like you crawling in this way. Who are you? I'm you. But, I mean, how is that possible? Anything is possible in Wonderland. Is that where I am? Wonderland. I was going to say it's a fine place to keep your eyes open. You never know what the mischief might bring. Mischief? What do you mean? Alice? Is anyone there?
Oh dear, the Duchess. Oh, won't she be savage if I keep her waiting?
Who's the Duchess?
Ah! The Duchess! Oh, my dear paws, she will have me executed!
Wait!
You? Who are you?
I think you ought to tell me who you are.
Why? Come back. I have something important to tell you.
This sounds promising.
Keep your temper.
Is that all?
So you think you are changed, do you?
I'm afraid I am, sir. I can't remember things I used to.
Repeat. You are old, Father William.
You are old, Father William, the young man said, and your hair has become very white. And yet it consistently stands on your head. Do you think at your age it is right?
That is not said right. is wrong from beginning to end.
I have never been so contradicted in my life. I'm losing my temper.
You ought to be content then.
It's all for things I don't know. It's a looking glass book in a place I heard.
Give it to me. Stupid. Was brilliant, and the slithy toves did gyre and gimble in the wave. All mimsy were the borogoves, and the mome rounds outbrave. Brillig means 4 o'clock in the morning, you know. The time when you begin broiling things for dinner.
Beware the Jabberwock, my son, the jaws that bite, the claws that catch. Shove the Jug-Jug bird, and shove the Frumious Bandersnatch.
He took his awful sword in hand. Long time the Maxome foe he sought, and so rested he by the tum-tum tree, and stood a while in thought. And as in uffish thought he stood, the Jabberwock, with eyes of flame, came whiffling through the tulgey wood, and gurgled as it came. 1, 2, 1, 2, and through and through. The woeful blade went, snicker-snack. He left it dead, and with its head he went galumping back.
And hast thou slain the Jabberwock? Oh, come to my arms, my beamish boy, of Brouch's day, Callooh, Calais!
Chortled in his joy.
Explain.
Well, slithy means lithe and slimy. Lithe is the same as active. It's like a portmanteau. There are 2 meanings in one word. But you're too stupid for that.
I beg your pardon.
Oh, my ears and whiskers! How late it's getting!
Mr. Rabbit, wait! What's knocking? Answer the door!
For the Duchess, an invitation from the Queen to play croquet.
From the Queen, an invitation for the Duchess to play croquet.
Ah! The Queen! Oh, I'm late!
What's old Rabbit saying?
There's no sense in you naughty, my dear.
But I want to get inside.
Well, there may be some sense in you naughty near the door between us.
For instance, if you were on the other side of the door, we could let you out.
But I want to get in. What am I to do?
Anything you like.
Oh, it's no use talking to you.
Here you are.
I think there's more than enough pepper in the soup.
Is pepper a vegetable?
A vegetable? No, it's a mineral, I think.
Mineral? Of course. There's a lot of pepper mine around here somewhere.
Of course, it could be a vegetable. I don't know.
You don't know much of that, the fact. Speak roughly to your little boy and beat him when he sneezes. He only does it to annoy because he knows it teases.
Please mind what you're doing. You almost hurt the baby.
If everybody minded their own business, the world would go around a good deal faster than it does.
That would not be an advantage. You see, we estimate 24 hours to go around this axis.
want to get to.
I don't much care where.
Then it shouldn't matter which way you walk.
So long as I get somewhere.
Oh, you're sure to do that if you walk long enough.
What sort of people live around here?
In that direction lives a hatter, and in that direction a March hare. Visit either you like. They're both mad.
But I don't tend to go among mad people.
Oh, you can't help that. We're all mad here. I'm mad, and you're mad.
How do you know that I'm mad?
Why, you must be, or you wouldn't have come here.
How do you know that you're mad?
Well, to begin, a dog's not mad. You grant that?
I suppose so.
Well, then you see, a dog growls when he's angry, and wags his tail when he's pleased. Now I growl when I'm pleased, and wag my tail when I'm angry. Therefore, I'm mad.
I call it purring, not growling.
Call it what you like. Do you play croquet with the Queen today?
I should like to very much, but I haven't been invited yet.
You'll see me there. By the by, what became of the baby?
It turned into a pig.
I thought it would.
Well, I've often seen a cat without a grin, but a grin without a cat is the most astonishing thing I've seen in all my life. What next?
Your hair wants cutting.
You should learn not to make personal remarks. Very rude.
Why is a raven like a writing desk?
I believe I can get that.
Do you mean you think you can find the answer to it?
Exactly so.
Then you should say what you think.
I do. I mean what I say. It's the same thing, you know.
That's the same thing a bit. Why, you might just as well say that I see what I eat is the same thing as I eat what I see.
You might just as well say that I like what I get. It's the same as I get what I like.
You might just as well say that I breathe when I sleep. It's the same as I sleep when I breathe.
It is the same thing with you. What day of the month is it?
The fourth.
2 days wrong. I told you the butter wouldn't work.
Oh, it was the best butter.
Yes, but some crumbs must have got in as well. You shouldn't have put it in with a bread knife.
It was the best butter, you know.
What a funny watch. It tells the day of the month, but it doesn't tell what o'clock it is.
Why should it? Does your watch tell what year it is?
Of course not. But that's because it stays the same year for such a long time together.
Which is just the case with mine.
I don't understand you.
The dormouse is asleep again.
Oh, of course. I was just going to remark myself.
Have you guessed the riddle yet?
No, I give up. What's the answer?
I haven't the slightest idea.
I was trying to think better with the time and wasting it asking riddles that have no answer.
If you knew time as well as I do, you wouldn't talk about wasting it. to him.
I never know what you mean.
Of course you don't. I dare say you never even spoke to time.
I suppose not, but I know I have to beat you.
Oh, that accounts for it. He won't stand the beating. Well, last month, just before he went mad, you know, it was at the great concert given by the Queen of Hearts, and to sing. Twinkle, twinkle, little bell, I wonder what you... Well, as hard as the first verse with the Queen bowed out, it's nursery time! Off with his head!
Oh, Fred, please stop it.
And ever since then, he won't do a thing I ask. It's always 6 o'clock now.
Is that why so many tea about Harry?
Yes, that's it. It's always tea time and we've no time to wash the things between one.
There are people in round, I suppose.
Exactly so, as the things get used up.
Okay. Oh, shoot. But when you come to the beginning. Oh, suppose we change the subject. I'm getting tired of this. I wrote the young lady tell us a story. I'm afraid I put a new one.
Who's in the door now, Shell?
Wake up, doorbell!
I wasn't asleep. I heard every word you fellows were saying.
Tell us a story. Yes, please, you.
And be quick about it or you'll be asleep again before you begin.
Once upon a time, there were 3 little sisters. Their names were Elsie, Lucy, and Tilly. And he lived at the bottom of a well.
What did they live on?
They lived on treacle.
Why did they live at the bottom of the well?
It was a treacle well.
There's no such thing.
If you can't keep civil, you'll have to finish the story for yourself.
No, please go on. I won't interrupt again. I dare say there may be one.
One indeed. And so these 3 little sisters, they were learning to draw, you know.
What did they draw?
Treacle.
I want you cleaned up. That's all in one place.
Ah! Have some more tea? I haven't had any yet, so I could have more.
You mean you can't have less? It's very easy to have more than nothing.
Nobody asked more, please.
Who's making possible remarks now?
But I don't understand. Where did they draw the treacle from?
Well, you can draw a treacle out of a treacle well. So I should think you could draw water out of a well. Other way around, you can draw water out of a water well, so you should draw a treacle out of a treacle well. Hey, stupid.
But they were in the well.
Of course. Well in. And so these 3 little sisters were learning to draw and they drew all manner
mind. You've begun wrong. The first thing to do in a visit is to say, how do you do, and shake hands.
I hope you're not much tired.
No how! But thank you very much for asking. Much obliged. Do you like poetry?
Yes, some poetry.
Repeat to her the walrus and the carpenter. That's the longest. Let's each read her a verse by turn.
Oh, well, it's very long. Would you first tell me?
The sun was shining on the sea, shining with all his might. He did his very best to make the billows smooth and bright. But this was odd because it was the middle of the night.
The moon was shining sulkily because she thought the sun had got no business to be there after the day was done.
It's very rude of them
She said,
to come and spoil the fun.
The sea was wet as wet could be, the sand was dry as dry. You could not see a cloud because no cloud was in the sky. No birds were flying overhead, there were no birds to fly.
the walrus and the carpenter were walking close at hand. They wept like anything to see such quantities of sand.
If only this were cleared away,
They said,
then it would be grand. If 7 maidens with 7 mops swept it for half a year, do you suppose
The walrus said,
that they could get it clear? Undoubtedly,
said the carpenter, and shed a bitter tear.
Oh, oysters, come walk with us.
the walrus did beseech.
A pleasant walk, a pleasant talk along the briny beach. For we cannot do with more than 4 to give a hand to each.
The eldest oyster looked at them, but never a word she said. The eldest oyster winked her eye and shook her heavy head, meaning to say she did not choose to leave the oyster bed.
But 4 young oysters hurried up, all eager for the treat. Their coats were brushed, their faces washed, their shoes were clean and neat. And this was odd because, you know, they hadn't any feet.
4 other oysters followed them, and yet another 4. And big and fat they came at last, and more and more and more, all hopping through the frothy waves and scrambling to the shore.
The walrus and the carpenter walked on a mile or so, and then they rested on a rock, conveniently low. And all the little oysters stood and waited in a row.
The time has come
The walrus said,
to talk of many things, of shoes and ships and sealing wax, of cabbages and kings, and why the sea is boiling hot, and when the pigs have wings.
But wait a bit!
The oysters cried.
Before we have our chat, for some of us are out of breath and all of us are fat!
No hurry.
Said the carpenter, and they thanked him much for that.
Ah, a loaf of bread
the walrus said,
is what we chiefly need. Pepper and vinegar besides are very good indeed. And now, if you're ready, oysters dear, we can begin to feed.
But not on us!
The oysters cried, turning a little blue.
After such kindness, that would be a dismal thing to do!
Oh, the night is fine.
The walrus said,
Do you admire the view? It was so kind of you to come, and you're very nice.
the carpenter said nothing but,
Officer, another slice. I wish you were not quite so deaf. I've had to ask you twice.
Oh, it seems a shame
the walrus said.
to play them such a trick after we brought them out so far and made them trot so quick.
Carpenter said nothing but,
The butter spread too thick.
Oh, I weep for you.
the walrus said.
I deeply sympathize.
With sobs and tears he sorted out those of the largest size, holding his pocket handkerchief before his screaming eyes.
Oysters, dear.
said the carpenter.
You've had a pleasant run. Shall we be talking home again?
But answer him in none. And this was scarcely odd because they've eaten every
I had full respect because she was a little guard for the poor oysters.
He is more than the carpenter, though. See, he held his handkerchief in front so the carpenter couldn't see how many he took.
That was me. Then I like the carpenter best.
But he had as many as he could get.
Well, there are those very unpleasant things. Do you think it's going to rain?
No, I don't think it is. At least, now that they're here. Oh, but it may rain outside. It may, if it chooses. We've no objection. Contrary one.
So, seems I'd better go.
Do you see that?
It's only a rattle.
I knew it was.
You needn't get so upset about an old rattle.
But it isn't old. It's new. I tell you, I bought it yesterday. My nice new rattle. Of course, you agree to have a battle. Well, I suppose so. Only she must self-address us, you know. Do I look very pale?
Well, yes, a little.
I'm very brave generally. Only today I happen to have a headache. And I've got a toothache. I'm far worse than you.
I wouldn't say if I were you.
Oh, but we must have a bit of a fight. Oh, I don't care about going on long. Let's fight till 6 and then have dinner. And she can watch us. Only you better not stand very close. I do look at everything I can see when I get really excited. I hit everything within reach, whether I see it or not.
You must hit trees pretty often, I should think.
I don't suppose there would be a tree left standing by the time we're finished.
And all about a rattle. I should feel ashamed if I got such a trifle.
Yeah!
Why, who is this?
An invitation from the Queen to play croquet.
From the Queen, an invitation to play croquet.
And fear not ask, what an insult!
Look happened outside. Don't go splashing paint over me like that. I couldn't help it. Someone jogged my elbow. Oh, that's right, God. Always lay the blame on others. You better not talk. I heard the Queen family yesterday you deserve to be beheaded. What for? That's none of your business, too.
Yes, it is, and I'll tell him. It was for bringing the cooked tofu instead of onions.
Oh, unjust things! Will you tell me, please, why is he burden?
Oh, well, the fact is, you see, this ought to have been a red rose tree, and we put a white one in by mistake. And if the Queen was to find it out, we should all have our heads cut off, you know. So we're doing our best before she comes to... The Queen! The Queen!
And
heart.
And the king.
What is your name, child? My name is Alice. To please your majesty. And who are these? How should I know? It's no business of mine. Open the head! Nonsense! Don't talk rubbish.
No, my dear, she's only a child.
Turn them over. Leave that off. You make me giddy. What were you doing here? Please, your majesty, we were trying. I think. Open the head! Open the head! You shan't be beheaded. Are the heads off? The heads are gone. Please, your majesty. Tell me, Alice, can you play croquet? Yes. Come then, I invite you to my croquet party. She's gonna kill her. Oh dear. I didn't think I'll swallow her. At least not yet. She's sure the one who cut my head off.
How are you getting on? Do you like croquet?
Well, I haven't played yet, and to tell the truth, I don't much care to.
How do you like the queen?
Not at all. She quarrels so dreadfully with everyone that I'm quite afraid of her.
Why do you not come to play croquet with the queen? She'll be so angry if she sees you here, she'll have your head off. Look, what is that?
A friend of mine, a Cheshire cat. Allow me to introduce it.
I don't like the look of it at all. However, if I kiss my hand like that?
I'd rather not.
Don't be impertinent. Don't look at me like that.
That cat may look at a king. I read that in a book once, but I can't remember where.
No, it must be removed. That's all I know. Oh, my dear, you should have this cat removed. I don't like it. What should say so? I'll go and fetch the executioner myself.
Don't you think you had better go home?
No, I don't mind. I'll stay right where I am, I think. Thank you all the same, though.
Open his head! Open his head! Don't you see the cat? Stupid man! Him! Yes, him! Don't you understand English? No, what then? You are to cut his head off. I can't. You can't.
I thought as much.
You can't cut off a head unless there's a body to cut it from. That's nature. I've never had such a thing to do before, and I won't believe my eyes out.
You take care of him. Look here. Anything that has a head can be beheaded. Stop talking nonsense and do your duty.
If something isn't done about this preposterous business in less than no time, I'll have everyone executed all round.
You'd better be off. The queen's quite upset.
But would you be all right by yourself?
Oh, I wouldn't worry about me. I always manage to keep my head out of these sort of things.
Why, Humpty Dumpty herself. It can't be anybody else. I'm as sure of it as if her name were written all over her once he had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't but hop together to be back in the place again. That last line is much too long for the poetry.
Don't stand chattering to yourself all day. But tell me your name and your business.
My name is Alex.
Stupid name enough. What does it mean?
Must mean something.
Of course it must. My name means the sheep I am, and a good handsome chick it is too. Now with a name like yours, you could be any shape almost.
And why do you think that's all alone?
Why? Because there's nobody with me.
Don't you think you can stay far on the ground? That hole is so very narrow.
What tremendously easy riddles you are! Of course I don't. Why, if ever I were to fall, which there's no chance of, but if I were to, the king himself has promised me. You didn't think I'd say that, did you? That the king has promised with his own mouth
To send all of his horses and all of his men.
you've been listening at school then, for I'm treason, now kidneys, haven't you?
I haven't indeed. It's in a book.
Well, it may such right things in a book. Yes, all of his horses and all his men. They'd pick me up in a minute, they would. But enough of that. Here's a question for you. How old did you say you were?
10 years and 6 months.
Wrong! You never said a word like it.
I thought you meant how old are you?
Ah, if I'd meant that, I'd have said it. 10 years and 6 months. An uncomfortable sort of age. Now, if you ask my advice, I'd have said, leave off
of tarts, all on a summer day. The knave of hearts, he stole those tarts and took them quite away.
Oh, consider your verdict.
Oh, not yet, Your Majesty. There is a great deal to come before that.
Then, call the first witness.
First witness?
I beg your pardon, Your Majesty. I haven't finished my tea that I'm sent for.
You ought to have finished. When did you begin?
14
Like that now. Take off the hat.
It isn't mine, Your Majesty.
Stolen.
I keep them to sell. I'm a
Keep your evidence. Don't be nervous. I'll have you executed on the spot.
Anyone call that, Your Majesty? But I haven't begun my tea. Not about a week or so ago. Well, but with the budget, the bread and butter getting so thin, and the twinkling of the tea. Well, the
Twinkling of what?
it began with the tea.
Of course, twinkling begins with a T. You take me for a dance.
Yeah.
Go.
Well, I got some more bread and butter, and
What did the dormouse say?
that. I can't remember.
You must remember, or have you executed? You're a poor speaker. If that is all you know, then you may stand down.
I can't go no lower as it is. I'm on the floor.
Then you may sit down or leave the courtroom. Call the next witness.
The cook!
Take your evidence.
Your Majesty must cross-examine this witness.
If I must, I must. What about me, though?
Treacle.
Goodness, that dormouse! Hitches with good open attention! All the
That is quite enough pepper. Call the next witness.
Alice!
Here.
Right, cannot proceed until the jurymen have taken their places. Oh. What do you know of this business?
Nothing.
Whatever.
Nothing whatever.
That's very important.
Unimportant, Your Majesty.
Unimportant, of course. Consider your verdict.
Oh, there is still evidence to come yet, Your Majesty. This paper was just picked up.
What is it?
It is a set of verses written by the prisoner.
Are they written in the prisoner's handwriting?
No, they're not.
He must have impersonated someone else's hand.
Please, Your Majesty, I didn't write it, and they can't prove I did. There's no name signed at the end.
Well, that only makes the matter worse. See, you must have meant some mischief. You signed it like an honest man.
That proves he's guilty.
It proves nothing of the sort. Why, you don't even know what they're about.
Read them.
They told me you had been to her and mentioned me to him. She gave me a good character, but said I could not swim. He sent them word I had not gone. We know it to be true. If she should push the matter on, what would become of you? I gave her one. They gave him two. You gave us three or more. They all returned from him to you. No, they were mine before. My notion was that you had been before she had this business. Innocuous that him queen, him ourselves, and it. Don't let him know she likes the mess. For this
Oh, that must be what he did with the top, you know.
But they moved on. They all returned from him to you.
Oh, yes. Oh, there they are. Nothing can be safer than that. Before he had this speech, never had any fits, my dear. Never! Not in the world so fit you. It's a pun. Let the jury consider their verdict.
Oh, no. Sentence first. Verdict afterwards.
Just that nonsense. The idea of having the sentence first.
Hold your tongue.
I won't. Who cares for you? You're nothing but a pack of cards. 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 Nothing but a pack of cards.
Wake up, Alice dear.